Now, yes, let's consider the fact that there's enough damage reduction for the Terrarian that he can just survive a random punch from the Moon Lord. The Traveler is able to deal a decent enough amount of damage, just on average. There are a lot of weapons that the Traveler can just run out of range of that he wouldn't be able to get hit by. But when it comes to something like the Moon Lord, he does not necessarily have the ability to deal enough damage to defeat him at one time. Unless we consider the fact that the Terrain Manipulator can pretty much do the same as the highest tier pickaxe or rideable mining mount that the Terrarian has. Ferrite, phosphorus, basically any element. You can just drive yourself into the core of the earth with the Terrain Manipulator, which, by the way, that thing is able to mine twice in 1 second in about a 10 meter radius in a sphere. So basically the equivalent to the average rideable mount, the best rideable mount that can mine up a bunch of ground at once, is basically what the Terrain Manipulator is. The mining laser and all the guns cannot break up the ground like the Terrain Manipulator can. Meaning, the freaking Traveler can just tear a couple chunks out of the Moon Lord, ideally his brain. Now, the main issue that I have with the whole Terrain Manipulator is no matter what you're trying to break, the Terrain Manipulator will just pick it up. And if it's meant to be picked up by the mining laser, it just incinerates it. So, the Moon Lord, which is big enough to be walked across, if you just enlarge the range of the freaking Terrain Manipulator, you're just gonna bore a hole through him. You don't even need to deal any damage. You can just break through because the Terrain Manipulator does that. No matter what material you're dealing with.